But the big news is you missed the Duchess leaving Walford after the Vic burnt down. Oh, it was one of the biggest stunts in EastEnders history. I mean, come on. How do you blow up the Queen Vic?
I think the fire episode is much bigger than any normal episode of EastEnders.
It was a big number. It's an enormous undertaking to pull off something like that successfully.
I think as soon as we knew that Barbara was going to leave, we knew it had to be something really kind of epic.
We seem to kind of get these moments every 4 or 5 years or something major happens.
Welcome to the planning meeting for 65 to 68. 17-day shoot, starting this Saturday on location, then in stage 1, then the lot.
We usually kind of have one big production meeting, and we had kind of several of those with the special effects team.
The simplest way of putting it is on the Thursday night we'll do the ladder descent and cameras on the Vic for the explosion itself.
After months of planning, it was time to film Last Orders at the Vic. But first, they had to get everyone out.
When the fire's going, Stacey is stuck in the living room with baby Lily. Ryan comes up and rescues them.
The first stunt is when Ryan is carrying Stacey down the ladder. The fire goes up and they both go flying off, which wasn't me, unfortunately, because I'm not allowed to do it.
Action!
Lily's up there
When I bring Stacey back down, the stunt double comes in and then he gets blown off.
Lee and his stunt team built kind of layers and layers of cardboard boxes.
Which I don't think's that soft. From the back, the girl who played my double did look like me. And she had better hair, which was quite upsetting.
And sometimes the stunt doubles can be just too convincing.
The stunt lady who was being Barbara, she looked exactly the same from the back.
And everyone kept seeing her, thinking it was Barbara.
We were all thinking, what is Barbara doing? And it wasn't until she turned round that we realised it wasn't her. It was so funny.
With any stunt, I think, obviously, there's so many things that could go wrong. Every measure's taken to make sure it won't. So they get covered in a kind of gel that basically is flame-proof.
It is quite hot. It's a couple of 100 degrees in the main part of the fireball.
Action!
Inside the Vic, production was moving into hyperdrive by relocating to another galaxy. Well, just down the road.
We went over to Elstree Studios to film the interior stuff of the pub being on fire, where they had built a replica of the Vic.
Well, here we have the Vic downstairs, which is a complete replica of the set in stage A at BBC Elstree Studio, apart from the fact it's built to withstand flames. Here we have the fruition of probably 2 months' work. The set probably has taken 7 weeks to build. It's taken 2 weeks to get into this studio. This is quite an important element within the fire. It's a header that has been specially built to collapse on Phil, who will be leaning over the bar.
When we first went in, It was just the strangest thing to walk into the Vic, completely to scale, exactly how it would be.
Hopefully, you'll never know the difference.
We had to go there because otherwise the level of fire we never would have been able to do in stage 1 because of the low ceilings and the lighting rigs and the close proximity to all the other sets. So by moving to the film studios and moving to the fire studio, we literally were able to go mad with the fire.
We've got these controlled gas pipes that are shooting up jets of flame. So you can feel the heat of it.
You didn't say I didn't hear Ricky.
And as the temperature rises inside, the outside is about to become even hotter. In the final hours of the Queen Vic, there's an air of anticipation on set. As the cast quietly reflect on the last moments of their beloved pub.
The Vic is about to go up in flames, and this is the second stunt that we're about to see now, which is why everyone's crowded around.
We all got called onto set to have a look at this explosion.
We're sort of waiting there.
And we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. 5. 4. And we're waiting and we're waiting.
3.
And waiting, and I was getting really nervous.
2.
We're all like, ah!
1.
Bang. Everything went out.
There's a power cut.
There was no power.
There was shouts of kind of no one move.
Then we get told to stay where we are.
It was a panicky time, actually.
We just waited around for another, I think it was about an hour before it came back on.
And then we saw the explosion.
Action.
It was quite sad, really.
We watched one of the scenes on the monitor of Barbara saying, "Let it burn." We all were crying watching that, because when you watch it back then you realise how sad it is. It's the end of an era and it's the beginning of a new one.